Our NFL picks are ugly. It's not good.
No.
I will defend them when we get to the segment of giving out our NFL picks for week 5.
Which we should just throw it all out there soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll just get it out of the way. Maybe that's the problem, is we've been holding them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Mm-hmm.
Baseball's postseason underway. Yankees-Red Sox. What's a better start than that? The Dodgers returning to a dominant form, and setting up a really fun NLDS with the Phillies, which will be good.
Yep.
We'll see what happens between the Yanks and Red Sox. If you're watching us on TV over the weekend, that series, of course, is already decided, and you know what happened between New York and Boston. We're live on a Thursday afternoon here. Onorato and Miller, News Channel 13's Facebook and YouTube. It's Chris, it's Ash. Got a lot to get to in the NFL, college football as well. Let's roll.
This is Onorato and Miller, sponsored by Alpen House.
All right, here we go. Alpen House, Novice, Performance, Industrial, Marcellas. We will get to our MVP of the month. A little different for the month of September. It is now October 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As we do.
But, you know.
Carol says early today. Early today, Carol.
Carol, yeah. I had the day off.
Early today.
So we were trying to figure out a way to get done a little early so that we have some semblance of a night.
Yeah.
Which won't be much of a night because Chris goes to bed early.
I'm gonna.
And nice sweatshirt. Speaking of sponsors, they are pumping out some sweet gear.
They always do.
I
always wish
that I love.
They had more.
I know. Every color under the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We would spend all of our money though. Maybe it's a good thing they don't have every color.
No, I always wish they had more.
You do not wear much in the black gray.
No.
So this is a feat. It's a feat. If it's not navy, he generally doesn't wear it.
Blue of some sort. Yeah.
So it's impressive. He's got black shorts on and a gray sweatshirt.
Yeah. Yeah, very different for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, should we just do it?
Different isn't bad.
Let's just do it here. These
rip off the Band-Aid.
Oh boy, what did I do here? Hang on. These are the records.
Oh.
These are last week's picks, if we care. I mean, I don't know that we care, right? You know, Giants got there. Saints got there.
I was going to say, we knew that Bills number. We were looking at it, and I didn't feel great about it, and it didn't happen.
Bucks, no. Ravens are a disaster. Packers were a joke on Sunday night. Here are the records. My goodness. I don't think it's ever been this bad.
It's not. I think it has. Mine's
5 and 6
worse than
games
yours,
under 500?
But
7 games.
I'm 7. Do those numbers match?
I don't know. My math is sometimes funky on this.
Yeah, it does because it swings one way.
There you go.
Yeah. It's not good, but I think there have been times when it was pretty bad. Like last year, we rallied. The second half of our season was much better, and we rallied to just get over 500, right? Or we ended 500. We literally ended exactly 500, both of us.
It's bad.
This is not good, but it doesn't take a lot.
I can't look at that anymore. Giants at the Saints. Start number 2 for Jackson.
Go Jackson.
New Orleans is winless, but they're a competitive winless at 0-4.
Are they?
Yeah, I thought they made. I mean, they took the lead in Buffalo on Sunday, and then
they were competitive in that game.
And then the touchdown was called back.
They were competitive in that game. I don't know that, and maybe that's the most important game. But prior to that, I don't know that there was like a ton of games where you're like, oh, they're going to win this game. I don't believe that was the case. How bad is it when last week you're saying, oh, the Giants got there, and then you lost every other game?
Saints lost by 5 to the Niners, 7 to the Cardinals. Blown out by the Seahawks in Seattle.
Blown out by the Seahawks.
Tough spot.
Who aren't,
3-1.
But like the Niners, okay. Cardinals, not good.
Saints are a competitive 0-4.
Competitive.
And they are now a 1.5 favorite at home against your Giants. We both like big
Giants all the way. Yes. The Jaxson Dart experience. I think was as good as you could ask for. The fans loved it. Like we said, it's exactly what they wanted. It's what the team needed. You could tell Dable was fired up about it. This is it. I mean, not the greatest thing you've ever seen, not the worst thing you've ever seen. Yeah. He was fired up. He was excited. His family was excited. I think the players were excited. Not going to help to not have Malik Neighbors for the rest of the year, out with a torn ACL. How long until they blow up the MetLife turf? Like literally blow it up.
They've already done that. They replaced it 2 years ago.
They're gonna put grass in. They're gonna go back to grass. But the numbers are crazy.
Yeah, I mean that stadium has I can't say it's never, but it has never been grass. They used to have the old school AstroTurf.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna want that. But the numbers are insane. Yeah. Like the number of ACLs and Achilles tears that have happened league wide.
Yeah.
Like half of them are in that stadium.
Look at this, Joy. From her car.
Joy!
Where are you going, Joy?
Doing the cha-cha?
Somewhere good, hopefully. Okay, we're both taking the Giants here.
Yeah. The roundabout.
Dart and Scattaboo is kind of a fun rookie combination.
It's so fun.
I don't know how long
Bunch of frat bros.
The defense is what won it against the Chargers. Herbert had no time. Mm-hmm. And that pass rush, when it's clicking, and you're talking about Burns and Thibodeau and Carter, Lawrence up the middle, like, man, those guys are going to get after you. All right, so we're both on the Giants. Cowboys and Jets. How about this stat?
Does anyone want to watch that game?
For the Jets. The Jets are 0-4. No New York Jets first-year head coach has started 0-5. There have been 2 previous 0-4 starts under a first-year head coach, the way Aaron Glenn is. 0-5 is coming, I think, because the Jets can't stop anybody. And even though the Cowboys won't have CeeDee Lamb, that offense is cooking right now. Dak is playing at a very high level. George Pickens had a big game against Green Bay.
He proved he could be a number one.
They can run the ball. Javonte Williams. Jets can't stop anybody. The defense is terrible. And if you're Aaron Glenn, you've got to be able to say, yeah, but either my defense is good or my offense is good. Nothing is working right now.
And that was supposed to be the calling card for the Jets.
Yeah.
Because they were good. So what happened? They got a new coach and got way worse?
Yeah. Well, it was good with Saleh, even though the record may not have been. And then when Saleh was fired, the defense fell apart, and it continues now.
And then Saleh started fighting Liam Cohen on the sideline.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Broncos and Eagles. I have picked, and I know it's only 4 games in, I've picked against the Eagles all year. I'm not doing it again.
I don't
think they've burned me every single time. I'm not doing it again.
I can't remember if I've picked 4. I probably have picked against the Eagles too, because my record is about the same as yours. So I can't imagine I've done much different. I think
like Philly's not winning in a pretty way or in an easy way.
They're winning.
And they're blocking field goals and returning it for a touchdown. And then last week they blocked a punt and run it in for a touchdown. So it feels like 4-0 isn't really 4-0, if that makes sense. But this is what good, just great teams do, right? Is they
figure it out.
The
Chiefs and the Ravens aren't figuring it out. I mean, the Chiefs may get there. The Ravens sure as heck aren't. And those are supposed to be good teams. So if you're the Eagles, you feel pretty good about being 4-0 when the other great teams in the league maybe aren't. The Bills.
Yeah. So we'll give the 3.5 there, Philly and Denver. And I'm waiting for Denver to really show me what I thought they were going to be this year. This one,
I don't know why I picked the Bucks again, because I've picked them all.
You want to change it right now?
No, I've picked them all year long, and I don't know that I don't think they've covered in any game for me, but I just keep doing it.
Yeah. Bucks and Seahawks, 4:00 Sunday. Seattle, the home team, 3.5-point favorite. So we're taking the underdog here. And with Tampa, I don't know either. Seattle's defense is really good. Baker's going to turn the ball over. He just does. And it feels like it might come in at a critical moment. And the Bucks don't have Mike Evans. We're taking Tampa.
So we're picking them. Makes all this not sense in the world.
Because I've been picking Tampa almost all year, and I feel like at some point it's got to.
So at some point we should flip.
Patriots and Bills, the Sunday night game, News Channel 13. More than a touchdown here scared me off. New England's 2-2, but I understand, and it just has this sense that whenever Buffalo plays a primetime game at home, they play at another level.
Their uniforms are awesome.
The all whites coming.
The all whites with the blue piping. So cool.
But New England is starting to figure out here a little bit
who they are.
A few games in with Vrabel, and Stephon Diggs has played well. Drake May. The defense has gotten better. A division game, a touchdown. I'm gonna stick with the underdog here, that they keep it close.
I did this last year. I picked the Bills almost every time in the first 8 weeks. They consistently did not cover for me. If they don't cover for me this week, because they haven't in every past week, I don't believe, I'm going to stop picking them.
Okay.
So.
Did you pick them against the Ravens in the opener? Or
Yes.
They covered that one, didn't they? They covered that
maybe
number.
by a point. I don't know. A point?
Yeah.
Half a point? It was close.
We're 11 minutes in. We already showed you the records. We have wasted 11 minutes of your time here giving you our NFL picks. Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Bucks. 4 straight there. And then we differ between the Patriots and the Bills. Only picking 5 this week. I looked at the slate. Not a lot of compelling games out there, and some injuries at play too, where I knew the spread was going to change. I didn't want to put us in a position where we're picking the Ravens-Texans game, not knowing if Lamar Jackson's going to play. Yeah. So only 5 games this week, and again, the records trying to get.
Can't get a lot worse. I mean, it could get worse, but can't get a lot worse.
Yeah, could. Joy says, "Let's go Giants." Okay.
Go G-Men.
And
she's going for the Jets.
Yankees or Red Sox?
Tonight, Yankees. Going for it. At home, Yankees. Although I would tell you that the Yankees have been, I know they went to the World Series, but have been a tough watch for the most part in the playoffs, because they haven't even been fun. It's they go when Aaron Judge is struggling, and he's been better this postseason, but it hasn't been him that's the reason they're winning.
Right.
It's been all the guys that Aaron Boone hasn't been playing or didn't play in the first game.
Ben Rice and Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, seriously.
And 2 pitchers, again, as we do the show live on a Thursday ahead of Game 3 between the Yankees and Red Sox, which will determine the winner of that series. 2 pitchers most people have not heard of, Cam Schlitter and Connolly Early.
Let's go. I don't even care.
This is not Roger Clemens, Pedro Martinez.
The happiness of 2 fan bases and 2 entire cities rests on Cam Schlitter and Connolly Early's shoulders tonight. One or the other.
Yep.
One will disappoint. One will maybe do just enough.
Our buddy Mike is on Boston. Haha.
Oh, the big Sox.
Our buddy
fans.
John is on Boston.
Of course.
Makes sense.
I need your brother to back me up over here.
Yeah.
Kev, where are you?
I don't know, busy doing something.
Yeah.
Carol's a fan of Mike Vrabel. He is. Ladies are a fan of Mike Vrabel? No. I made that up. Is that not a thing?
So.
Okay.
I think ladies are a fan of the Panthers head coach.
Dave Canales.
Sure.
Okay. Sean McVay makes that list for a lot of people.
They're all kind of in the same vein, those guys.
For a lot of people, yep.
Yeah.
Co-worker of mine said, I might become a Packers fan because of Matt LaFleur.
Nah, well.
Okay.
Maybe if he coached better, we would be bigger fans.
In big games.
Yeah.
Sam's checking in.
Hi, Sam. Are you back, Sam?
Yeah.
Back in the state of New York?
And he's rooting against the Yankees. I find the
anti-Yanks
the Mets-Yankees hate to be very interesting, because they never play critical games against one another, save for the 2001 World Series or 2000
Save
World
for
Series.
any World Series that they might play against each other.
Once. It's happened once, people.
But it's a crosstown thing.
But I think that. Do you hate the Mets?
I don't hate the Mets.
I think it's the other way around. Go ahead.
I found it did not break my heart when on the last day of the season we were talking about the Mets not making the playoffs. So if that's hate for the Mets, then maybe. But only because of Juan Soto. You want to go across town and leave for whatever you presume is to be better, for more money, and enjoy.
Yep. Jeff is on the Yanks, and Jeff is also on the Bills game.
All right, Jeff.
Love that.
Yeah, I love Jeff.
Okay.
Big Yankee supporter.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so I don't hate the Mets. I wish you well until we would face you in the playoffs, and then I would not wish you well. Okay. But I don't feel bad for them.
Okay. Yeah. And this is the way it should be. You hate the Red Sox more than the Mets.
Way more.
If you're a Yankees fan.
Way more.
100%.
Yes.
And look at Louise.
Hey, Louise.
Checking in. Appreciate that.
I definitely hate the Red Sox far more than I could ever dream of hating the Mets.
That only makes sense. Yeah. All right, more NFL here on the way. WNBA is a little spicy ahead of the finals.
Feels like we're at a crossroads.
Somebody's losing their job.
We're at a crossroads.
And there's only one person who could. They will be searching for a new commissioner, I would think, soon, even though the trajectory of the league is where you would want it to be going.
It's going to be one of those peer
It's because of the players, not the commissioner. It just feels like this is not going to end well for the commissioner of the WNBA, Kathy Engelbert. We'll see. Yeah. All right, we're back in a minute here on O&M.
Imagine coming home after a long day and slipping into your own personal hot tub from Wellness Spas. Let the stress of the day melt away as you soak in the therapeutic benefits of the water. Our team at Alpenhaus wants to help you relax and enjoy the advantages of owning your very own hot tub. Now offering a whole new lineup from Wellness Spas, featuring models from their City Life and Peak Life lines. Alpenhaus Pools and Hot Tubs. Visit us at Clifton Park Center and Route 30 in Amsterdam.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Back on Onorato and Miller here, week 5 of the NFL season, and that is pretty much the quarter poll.
Oh, I like this analogy.
Best team in football. 4 games in. Yes, I understand they play 17 now, but forgive my math.
This is tough for me.
You have 2 undefeated teams, Philly and Buffalo.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be one of those teams.
I know, and that's why I think it's difficult for me. I think I'm still trending toward Detroit. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but I think I'm still trending toward Detroit. Because outside of that first game, they've been very, very good.
Very good. Have they beaten? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know that they've beaten anyone.
When they beat Baltimore, I think
thought
we all still feel like the Ravens are good.
Yeah, I know, but maybe they just aren't. I have a hard time believing that they're not, because it just feels impossible that they're as bad as their record says they are. So yeah, I guess if that ends up not being a good win, then maybe they're not as good. But like we said, the Eagles have won ugly. The Bills don't always make it look pretty. Like against the Saints, it's not pretty. But it's either the Bills or the Lions for me.
Okay.
What say you? We were all on the Packers for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then we pumped the brakes hard.
Team in football. Not me. You're looking in this direction or somebody else's direction. I was never going to say they're the best team in football 2 games in. To me, the defending champs are the defending champs until they lose and don't look like them. Philly hasn't lost and doesn't look like a team that isn't capable of winning. Now, you have the little side stuff with A.J. Brown, his tweets, and okay.
Yeah.
If it isn't Philly or Buffalo, and just for the fun of this, I won't pick one of the undefeated teams, I think it's the Rams. The Rams had a big lead in Philadelphia, blew it,
yep.
But then should have won with that field goal as time expired. It gets blocked, and Philly. Yeah. I get it. I get it. They lost. Yep. I think it's the Rams.
Okay.
Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. The defense is good. Stafford is still a top 7 quarterback in this league.
Maybe. Does like a blowout win over a injured San Francisco team
No,
do anything for you tonight.
But they have to win.
Yeah.
On Thursday night against San Francisco.
You can't.
You cannot lose that game at home. Short week.
Yeah.
You were at home last week. You got to win this one. Period.
I agree. I like the pick. I think it's interesting. I love that we're talking about Detroit and LA again, and I just think the intersection of those two quarterbacks is fascinating.
Yep.
And I like both of them.
Who's your most disappointing team?
Ooh. I mean, the Dolphins have to be up there.
Ooh.
The Dolphins have to be. I don't know that anyone thought they were going to be great.
Carol's in on the Eagles as the best team. Let me just catch up here a little bit.
Disappointing. I mean, listen, I'm never overly disappointed these days by the Giants or the Jets. I just think they are what they are.
Yep.
Yeah, I still think I mean, the Texans have to be up there for people.
Texans, having won that division, DeMeco Ryans' first 2 seasons with C.J. Stroud, and now 1-3, and really just barely. I mean, they had a good fourth quarter against the Titans, but the first 3 quarters were not good. I like the Texans pick, but it's also Baltimore for me.
Yeah. I just am not convinced that they're as bad as. But I understand at this point. Yes, 100%. That's the far and away the winner.
1-3.
Yeah.
And I picked them at the beginning of the year to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Baltimore.
Yeah, for sure. I think Miami is up there for me too, just because I think things are really going to fall apart for them.
Yeah.
Like it's
now
going to go.
It's
all going south. I think the Ravens will be okay, which I think maybe is more why I didn't go there. But you're right. It's easily the Ravens.
Most surprising 3-1 AFC team, Steelers, and they're all when they brought in Aaron Rodgers, there was a lot of this team's not, and he's not good enough, and I'm not. Jaguars are 3-1, Colts are 3-1, Chargers are 3-1.
I'm gonna ride the Colts bandwagon until they're not winning anymore. Yeah. None of those other ones really.
Look at the quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers,
surefire Hall of Famer. Yeah. He's walking in backwards on day one. A number 1 pick in Trevor Lawrence,
and a top 5 pick in Justin Herbert. Right, top 5.
And yes, Daniel Jones went 6th overall, but this is now his 3rd team.
He shouldn't have, and he was a disappointment elsewhere. So I think that's why it's so surprising. Shouldn't be surprising because not good for the Giants. Go be good somewhere else. For me, the Steelers thing was never a question. Like, you're going to give Aaron Rodgers DK Metcalf and then TJ Watt on the other side of the ball. Like, I'm giving that team a chance against pretty much anybody.
And Mike Tomlin,
who pretty much anybody
doesn't have losing seasons.
Yep. And Trevor Lawrence for the same reason. I think they've drafted well, new coach, so I guess you'd never really know. But the Colts for me were a real out of left field. And maybe it was because we thought we're going to get Anthony Richardson again, and we're going to give him a chance to finally make what. And then it's like, well, Daniel Jones is your starter, and everyone thinks, well, Daniel Jones is your starter.
Yeah. Jeff, sit tight. I'm coming back to your question there about the Dolphins, which Ash has put on her most disappointing list here. Worst winless team in the NFL: Jets, Titans, Saints, all 0-4. It's the Titans.
It's definitely the Titans.
They're brutal.
They're so bad.
The offense is terrible. The defense isn't good. It's the Titans.
It's definitely the Titans.
I called the Saints a competitive 0-4. The Titans aren't anywhere close.
It's just hard to imagine the Jets with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson and the defense they're supposed to have not finding ways to look competitive. Like, at this point, it feels like unless the Jets play the Titans, I don't know that the Titans are going to win.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it might be close to an 0-17 season for Tennessee. That's just how. And then you get Cam at the podium kind of blowing things up as the quarterback. And listen, he took some on himself, but it's tough when you say, like, hey, yeah, it's me. It's part of it's my fault, but we're really not good, in other words.
It's bad. Last week we asked the question, where is the hottest head coaching seat in the NFL? We did not have Brian Callahan on the list.
And I don't think he should be, but he has to be if, like, it's not his fault. That situation is a disaster, and I'm not sure they fired Mike Vrabel. Like, what they don't know what they're doing. Okay. That's not a good situation for anyone.
Yep.
And I don't think Cam Ward, people don't understand, like, just because a number 1 overall pick comes in at quarterback, guess what? They can't do it on their own.
Yep.
So I think that's a terrible situation, and I do not believe it's Brian Callahan's fault.
Look, if they go 2-14 or 2-15 or 3-14, he's out. He's done.
Yep.
I can't believe they would. You do. Here's what ownership would think, right? We can't waste the rookie contract years of a number 1 quarterback, right? This is where we have to try to be competitive because we have him at the cheapest. We're going to have him.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to,
But here's the deal. If they're not putting him in a situation where he can wow people and not blow their socks off, nobody's giving that guy a big deal.
Trade for A.J. Brown. Get him back from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He's unhappy.
Yeah.
Jeff is asking, will Anthony Weaver, Saratoga Springs grad, be the next Miami head coach?
No.
The thought was yes. If things don't go well and Mike McDaniel is fired mid-season, Weaver becomes the interim. But the defense has been so bad in Miami to start the season that I don't know that Weaver would get maybe he does get the interim tag anyway. Right?
Maybe interim.
He's been so close to getting other head coaching jobs, or he's been far enough along in the interview process that, yes, I guess, Jeff, if McDaniel gets fired
mid-season
tomorrow,
then yes.
Weaver is probably the most experienced and capable guy on the staff who has not yet been a head coach in this league. Then, he probably gets the interim tag.
He's not going to get the full-time job.
No.
Because I think they're just going to blow it up. Yeah. That's it. They're going to blow it up.
Yep. I'd love to see him get a shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's again, been far enough along in the interview process, and I have my own thoughts about the Rooney Rule and how teams take advantage of it, and they're not using it genuinely.
Right.
But still, it would be great to see a guy like Anthony Weaver, Saratoga Springs, get a crack. All right, let's take a break here on Onorato and Miller, our Marcella's MVP of the month. The war of words happening in the WNBA and a college football weekend, of course, to look forward to. Back right after this.
The great thing about novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable. This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime with Tracker fishing boats. Available at Alpenhaus. Feel the rush as you reel in your trophy catch, supported by Tracker's unmatched stability. Prepare to conquer any challenge with cutting-edge tech at your fingertips and the freedom to explore without limits. Make waves this season and experience the ultimate fishing adventure with Tracker fishing boats at Alpenhaus. Your source for fun since 1964.
The great thing about novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable. This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Alpenhaus, novice, Marcella's Performance Industrial with us here on Onorato and Miller. This is great. John Gruden.
Yeah, maybe.
As a potential, I don't think Gruden's getting back into the NFL. We'll build off Sam's comment here. He's talking about the WNBA's commissioner here. Her name is Kathy Engelbert, and Sam's not a fan. She'll be running a fast food restaurant. The comment was made here. Well, you know, let me do what I'm supposed to do. All right.
And now, dirty, difficult, and done. Sponsored by Performance Industrial.
Our people over at Performance Industrial, where there's never a job too dirty or too difficult for them to get it done. Bill Miller, Karen Miller leading that squad over there. All right. So our dirty difficult done here.
Allegedly.
Oh, you don't think she did? You don't think it's real?
I don't know, but we would say allegedly. Yes. I mean, this is hearsay. This is one person saying they had a conversation with another, and this is what they said. She allegedly said this. We didn't hear it come out of her mouth.
Right, but there was also no denial from the commission.
I get it.
She could, if she didn't say what Nafisa Collier is claiming she said, there should have been a press conference to defend the biggest star in the sport. I did not say that. I would never say that about Caitlin Clark. We got no denial. It happened. The deal.
If I was her communications person, I would have said, you go out there and you lie your face off and say you didn't say that.
And then it becomes she said, she said.
I don't even care.
Okay.
Like, first of all, bad on you for saying it if you did. And then you better go tell everyone you didn't.
So Nafisa Collier, who should have won MVP this year with the Minnesota Lynx, said in a post-game or
in her exit interview,
okay,
like at the end of the season.
Yep, said that the WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert said to Nafisa, basically, Caitlin Clark should be grateful that she has this WNBA platform. Otherwise, she wouldn't be making $16 million off the court.
No, so it was a little more of Caitlin Clark and the other young stars in this league should be grateful that they have this platform.
Okay.
And that she should also be grateful that she's making $16 million off the court. Mm-hmm. Because, well, let me tell you something, Kathy, you're not paying her $16 million on the court. So, yeah, she should be grateful she's making $16 million off the court. It's the only way she's making money. Mm-hmm. But why do you say it? Why do you say it?
And that I would like a little more context. Why does that even come up?
Because she's complaining about
equal pay.
She's complaining about the pay. So Nafisa allegedly said something to the effect of like, some of our young stars, Caitlin Clark included, mm-hmm. are not making enough money. Mm-hmm. Like you're getting them for next to nothing for what they are bringing to this league. And then the rebuttal was they should be grateful. They should be down on their knees grateful to have this platform. Hold on a second. Who should be grateful?
Yeah.
Who should be more grateful? Mm-hmm. The WNBA that they have Caitlin Clark, mm-hmm. or Caitlin Clark that she has the WNBA? Yeah. I think we know the answer. I think it's a resounding. The WNBA should be grateful that they have Caitlin Clark.
No question. But Caitlin Clark also needs the WNBA because if she goes and plays in Europe,
I get it.
Everybody in America stops caring.
I know.
So
she's going to make a lot more money on the court.
They all need each other, right? Which is why the comment to me is strange here because it's not false. Caitlin Clark is not going to make $16 million if she's not playing off the court, if she's not playing in the WNBA. The same way Michael Jordan isn't selling sneakers if he's not in the NBA.
Well, he's not, but
every athlete needs the vehicle.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
And then the sport itself, of course, benefits from that individual being a mega superstar.
But here's where she didn't need the WNBA to get to where she is. She did that on her own using women's college basketball at the University of Iowa. But she got to that point already without the help of the WNBA.
Okay.
I understand.
But what if there is no American professional league for women's basketball? Where is she now?
I get it, but here's the deal. If Kathy Engelbert isn't careful and play stops because of a CBA disagreement, guess where she's going to go play? Nafisa Collier's unrivaled league. And that could be a problem for the WNBA. There are other options in this world. And if you think that people aren't going to find where to watch her on the basketball court, if she's playing unrivaled and can get sponsorships, I get it. She needs the sport of basketball and the league. Mm-hmm. Who needs who more? Where was the WNBA? What were the attendance records this year? The best they've ever been. The year before, the best they've ever been.
Yep.
Guess what the common denominator of those 2 years are?
Yep.
Caitlin Clark.
Media rights deals that have blown up because of Caitlin Clark. Believe me, I get it. And I'm not defending the commissioner here, but this league existed long before Caitlin Clark got into it, and it will still go on after she retires.
But what would it be without her?
Not the same.
And that's what I mean.
Not the same.
You're talking about one person who has such an effect. Caitlin Clark has already made millions of dollars. Like, she would be okay.
Yep.
And the truth of it is like, she's not going to stop playing basketball anytime soon. So she's going to be just fine, no matter what happens with the WNBA. But Kathy Engelbert better be careful, because she'll be without a job much sooner than Caitlin Clark will be without a job.
And Joe's right here. I mean, this is all NIL stuff, and I just default to it. It's not NIL anymore, but you get what I'm saying here. It's pay for play. And yes, women college athletes are getting paid to play.
Sometimes more than the WNBA players on the court. And this is, I think, the problem.
Yeah.
Is like, if they're not signing with Nike, they're not making enough money to make a good living. That sucks.
Yeah.
And that's what the complaint is.
Yeah. And Clark, signed that Nike contract before she played a single WNBA game. But again, Nike gave her the contract knowing she's going to play. They wouldn't give her a contract to not play anywhere, right?
No, but also knowing the kind of effect she has.
Yes.
Like
100%.
Yep. Yeah, I just think it's a little. And listen, Engelbert took the high road and didn't really. You said she didn't deny, but she didn't come out and put Nafisa Collier on blast.
No,
she
you can't.
We're just gonna agree to disagree. The one thing I didn't love was like Nafisa Collier basically came out and said, if they think I don't know what it takes to do that job, referring to the commissioner's job. Well, unfortunately for them, I do. Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. Why? Because she's running Unrivaled?
Well, because she's a co-founder of Unrivaled, but she's the VP of the Players Association. Okay. Here's the deal. None of that is equal to the commissioner of a professional basketball league. No. Like, you don't know what it takes to do Kathy Engelbert's job. That's just the truth, because you've never done it. Right. So I didn't love that. Like, there was a lot that I didn't love about, again, you're opening a closed door conversation to the whole public and letting people in on something that was none of their business. But at the same time, if you want change, guess what? You're going to get it real fast. So it was a calculated risk, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Is the league going to be better with somebody else? Jessica Berman. They're going to go get her.
No. Yeah, I know. She keeps climbing, right?
No doubt.
Into the college football weekend. Actually, you know what? There was a comment here, Ash, that I wanted to get to, and I missed it. Carol wants to know, where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, my parents' friends. They got it in Lake Placid. It's a cool, anniversary shirt. Got a cool thing on the back. It's a whole thing. In Lake Placid somewhere.
Yeah.
From friends.
Here's some games to watch in college football. You're going to have the first one going. Who cares? Well, Clemson's 1-3.
It's important.
Can you imagine 1-4 losing to Belichick in his first year?
I mean, if they lose to that bad team.
Tar Heels are 2-2. Not that that's impressive, but my guess is Belichick probably finishes somewhere around there, 500 this season. Vanderbilt.
Wowzers.
At Alabama. The Commodores beat the Tide last year in Nashville. Now they have to go to Tuscaloosa. That's a 3:30 kick. That's going to be a fun one.
Would it be, they probably would tell you that last year was their biggest win ever in program history. Maybe. Would this be their biggest win ever? To go to Alabama and do it. And again, it's not the typical Alabama team, but they looked good last week.
Beat Georgia.
Yep, they looked really good last week, and that's what they do. They beat Georgia. Whenever they play Georgia, they beat Georgia. They just kind of figure it out.
Beat Bama.
Nope. And that it used to be Kirby can't beat Saban. Now it's Kirby just can't beat Bama.
Correct. 1-7, I think, in his career against Alabama.
That's not good.
The one was a big one, right? National championship game. But Texas at Florida, and even though the Gators are 1-3, they have a very aggressive, capable defense. And so it's on the board here because I want to see what Arch does against this good defense. Now, DJ Lagway is not playing to his potential, and so Texas will win this game. But it might not be easy in the swamp for Arch against the Gators defense. one to watch for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Washington and Maryland, you're saying who cares? Big Ten teams. Washington was 3-0 before they lost to Ohio State last week.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland, so a 3-1 Huskies team. Maryland's 4-0. So
sneaky,
interesting Big Ten game there, I would say.
Sneaky 4-0 Maryland team.
You get to 5-0 as the Terps, and you'd say, well, who have you beaten yet? Nobody, but
maybe they're like the Eagles. We're 4-0. Who cares how you get there?
Boise lost its opener in the season. They've won every game the rest of the way, and now going to Notre Dame. Irish coming off a dominating win at Arkansas. Sam Pittman gets fired.
Has it been forever since Boise State played at Notre Dame? Have they ever?
I don't think they've ever played there.
I was gonna say it feels like a weird one.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever played there.
And what was? Oh yeah, keep going. Never mind.
Mississippi State, Texas A&M. Mississippi State lost for the first time last week, so 4-1 against an undefeated A&M squad, up to number 6 in the country.
Be a fun one.
And then the one at night that a lot of people would be focused on, Miami and Florida State.
Yeah, I love the Mississippi State, Texas A&M. That Mike Elko team is fun.
There'll be a lot of maroon.
Yeah, a lot of confusion as to who is who, what team is what team. But yeah, the game. I love Miami, Florida State, even when neither team is all that good.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. And I want to see if Florida State is as good as people think they are. Like play a top 3 Miami team.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I mean, look, they already lost a game that you would think if you're a really good team, you shouldn't lose.
You don't lose it, yeah.
Now can they get Miami?
Yeah.
We will be at a wedding on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I think my feelings on fall weddings are already pretty clear and well known.
Oh.
You just can't do it. You just can't do it.
Guess what? It's been done, and yet you're still going. It's amazing how that happens. Isn't marriage lovely?
Yeah. Love the family that's involved with the wedding.
You're gonna have a wonderful time.
I will. I will be checking my phone frequently.
Something tells me there will be a bar with a television. That's usually how it happens.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's an outdoor kind of venue-y. You'll be able to figure it out.
You checking the phone? What if the Yankees are playing game 1 of the division series?
I will be with the sister and brother-in-law of the bride at the nearest television.
You're right.
So we won't have to worry about it. And maybe the bride herself. And maybe the parents of the bride. And I don't know how the groom's parents and his baseball affiliations, I don't know what those look like.
Uh-huh.
My guess is there will be a lot of people at that wedding who are very interested in the Yankees.
Okay.
If they're still playing on Saturday.
Okay. I thought this quote from Lane Kiffin was interesting and accurate. He says the dynasties are over.
Yeah.
Wins by 30 points in the conference, meaning the SEC, those days are done. He's right, at least in the short term until – maybe there's some correction that comes along in college football here, but because of pay for play, NIL, transfer portal, you are not going to get an Alabama, a Georgia team that has first round NFL picks as backups. Those guys, if they're not playing,
they're going to go play.
They're out.
Yeah, they're going to go play.
So it just is, to me, it's not going to be a dominant team every single year after year after year after year.
Yeah.
A guy gets injured, no problem, plug in the next 5-star.
Yeah. I think you might get a team that wins like 2 championships in 3 years, but you're just not going to get an Alabama. There will be no more not anytime soon. There will be no more Alabamas where you don't have a national championship game without Alabama and they win 5 of 8 or what, you know what I mean? Whatever. It's just not going to happen because there are too many good teams. You're going to get plenty of wins by 30 points in the conference, even if it's the SEC, because the bottom feeders potentially will still exist. I know you've got like, hey, look at the Vanderbilts. They've come a long way. And in the ACC now, Georgia Tech and teams that don't normally. But here's the deal. Clemson's come back down to earth. So you're still going to find ways to get 30-point games in a lot of the conferences, even the SEC. But yeah, I agree. I think the days of the dynasty are over unless something changes.
This also made me think, too, I think the current climate will keep coaches from jumping to this name brand school, right? I can win at
Right.
Vanderbilt.
I can get players to come
I can
here.
win at SMU.
Mhm.
I can win at, not that A&M
I can at
isn't
least
a big
get to the
program, but-
playoffs.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I can win almost anywhere. Texas Tech, look what Texas Tech is doing.
Mhm.
I can win almost anywhere if there's enough money behind it, because now I can spend this money and not go on probation.
Yeah, and I think that's what. And listen, it doesn't give me.
So why
hope.
would Lane Kiffin, let's say, leave Ole Miss?
Yeah,
He can win at Ole Miss.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do. But it's what gives me hope as a Syracuse fan. Like, do I think it's ever going to happen? No. But it has become very clear that Syracuse could be good enough to win the ACC and good enough to make the playoff now that it's a 12-team playoff. It's possible. I don't know that it's probable, but if I can say that about my team, then there are a lot of other schools in this country who could say that about their teams. When we think about like the Cincinnatis of the world who got in, like it's possible to get in. And if you can get to the playoff, for some schools, that's going to be good enough. And it's as close to winning a national championship maybe as you're going to get. But that's a measure of success. And I think there will be other schools, those top tier schools that, not only are they going to get in, but they're going to compete for titles every year. But there are going to be a lot of teams that are that good, not just two. It's not just Alabama and just Georgia anymore.
Yep.
With like a random Washington once in a while, or a random TCU once in a while, or a Michigan once. Like there are going to be 10 to 12 teams who should be able to win a title most years, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to process that and look at it, and because to me, I've said the 12-team playoff is just more football. It's not more good football, and to me, it feels like I could still go. Nope, these are the four that have a chance to win.
Yeah, well, I think because you're not going to get the 12 best teams in the country in the playoff. That's the problem.
We're closer to it now, but go ahead.
I think that's the reason why I would say that. But I think there are teams who year in and year out, at the beginning of the year, you should say Michigan, Ohio State, USC, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee. Like you should be able to rattle off Texas A&M. 15 teams who should be competitive enough to win a national championship.
Okay.
Will they at the end? No.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be the same team every year. And that would say a lot too, even if it's, a different team every year. Well, then the parity is there. There's enough parity across college football for a new team to insert itself into the conversation. I love that. I love it. I don't want all of my 5 stars going to one school year after year
right,
after
and they
year.
won't. Right, because they're recruited by money now, not winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe. And yet Ohio State, the defending champs, are number 1 in the country right now.
Yeah.
All right, quick time out
here.
here.
And we barely talk about him.
Well, yeah,
Isn't it funny?
I know. Yeah. I mean, we could have talked about the disappointment of Penn State. That
We still
whiteout.
can.
We could have talked about.
We got 10 more minutes.
Could have talked about the great start here by Oregon, a team that has not lost a Big Ten regular season game in 2 years.
How's that for Pac-12? People said, they're going to come and get just pushed around by Big Ten teams. Guess what they're doing?
Not yet. I mean,
pushing other people
yes,
around.
in the playoff, but not yet in the regular season. All right, final break. Back in a minute here. Our Marcella's MVP of the month still to come, and a little bit of baseball, even though we'll be behind the 8 ball a little bit for the folks that catch us on TV every weekend.
Imagine coming home after a long day and slipping into your own personal hot tub from WNBA Spas. Let the stress of the day melt away as you soak in the therapeutic benefits of the water. Our team at Alpenhaus wants to help you relax and enjoy the advantages of owning your very own hot tub. Now offering a whole new lineup from WNBA Spas, featuring models from their City Life and Peak Life lines. Alpenhaus Pools and Hot Tubs. Visit us at Clifton Park Center and Route 30 in Amsterdam.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Week 5 of the NFL season, we already gave out our picks, which have been dreadful to start the year. We need a good week. Sam brings up the Ryder Cup, and I'm glad he did. By the time we get to do this show live on a Thursday, stuff that happens over the weekend just feels like it's so long ago. But this is...
What do we always say? Fans are idiots.
Yeah.
Every time, it never fails. When people throw stuff on the field, when they throw stuff on the court, when they tweet things at people, fans are idiots.
Yeah. I'm sure many people have seen the video of a beer hitting Rory McIlroy's wife's hat. I'm sure that beer was meant for Rory. Either way, it is the exclamation point or the sad face emoji to cap off what was an ugly weekend by American fans and their comments towards specifically Rory. And I get it. He should be the target. But there are playful ways to trash talk a professional athlete. And then there are really just disrespectful, ugly ways. And to Rory's credit, it got to him once that we saw because he fired an F-bomb back at the crowd. And then he stuck his shot within 3 feet. So he used it as motivation, and it did not derail his play. Europe was incredible.
They were awesome.
This Ryder Cup, it isn't even so much that the U.S. played poorly. When you're down 11.5 to 4.5, you think, well, the U.S. is just awful. If you watched it, the Europeans couldn't miss.
I mean, they were holing out.
Chipping in.
They were holing out. I only watched for an hour on Saturday.
And still,
they
Fleetwood
holed
was making
out
everything.
Chips from off the green. I think I saw 3. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. You can't. Good luck playing with that because it's next level stuff.
Yeah.
And here's the deal: they're way more talented. It's not even that close.
Yes, as a team,
100%.
You're right. It's not when you looked at the rosters, it was this might be.
It's a mismatch.
Yeah. And then when Scheffler doesn't play like the number 1 ranked player in the world, you're just not going to win. And I know it was, it got close on Sunday. It wasn't that close. 15-13 final, yes, feels close, but it wasn't that close. As we got deeper into Sunday with these singles matches. Ugly.
People are
just
idiots.
Ugly fans.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Ugly fans.
Have a little fun. Don't be rude. But Americans are also just a little more next level. You would never, ever, I believe, see that if this was played.
Ooh, you don't think they're nasty over there?
England are not that kind of nasty.
Okay.
Not throw your beer at somebody's wife nasty.
Yeah,
different.
I'm not defending the action. I think the beer was meant to try to hit Rory, not his wife.
I don't care that it was.
If
it was thrown at Rory, it would be inappropriate and nasty.
Yep.
It just so happened to hit his wife, which makes it worse.
Yes.
You're not going to get that over there.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
It's in Ireland in 2 years.
Perfect.
So that'll be fun.
Can't wait till the Americans show up.
I wanted to bring this up here because Keegan Bradley, the captain of
the
U.S., took multiple trips, I read, to Bethpage and the surrounding area and was handing out tickets to the Ryder Cup months ahead because he said, I want real golf fans there, right? He didn't want it to be this corporate event where tickets are so expensive and accessible that you don't get the real golf fans. My guess is some of these people were in because they had free tickets, and then they're getting hammered.
You get what you ask for,
and it's a bad look.
It's like the waste management. There's one time that all this nonsense should happen, and everyone knows it's the waste management in Phoenix. That's just how it goes. Okay, this is different. It's the Ryder Cup.
It's time for the MVP of the month, sponsored by Marcella's Appliance Center.
Johnny Marcella, Nick Madelone. Oh, he's got to be upset with the way things are going.
Nick. I feel bad for him
because the Reds got knocked out. Yeah, I hate to see quarterbacks go down. Burrow, especially, being as important as he is to that team's success. Speaking of, our MVP of the month here, and we're making it a little
generic.
Wider than we normally would here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shout out the quarterbacks leading the emergence of some mid-level Power 4 conference teams. We talked about
referenced
Vanderbilt,
a couple.
and so Diego Pavia is one of our Marcellus Appliance MVPs of the month. Quarterback for Vanderbilt. Quarterback for now. I can't put John Mateer on here. I thought about including him.
He's
injured.
Not a mid-level. He's also there. That's
it's
not
also
a mid-level.
Oklahoma. Good point. So we're also going to put the quarterback from Indiana on this list of Marcella's MVPs of the month.
Mendoza.
Yep. Fernando Mendoza.
I would say Haynes King goes on there.
Ooh.
Georgia Tech.
Okay.
That's a team that is on the
Haynes
rise.
King, great. Put them on there. Hoosiers are 5-0. Commodores are 5-0. Georgia Tech is.
They've lost at least one game. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now, Dante Moore's the quarterback at Oregon, not a mid-level program, but he's been phenomenal to start. So we're splitting this thing up 3, 4, 5 different ways.
But yeah, there's a trend happening. And I think it goes as much to guys like Brent Keys and Kurt Signetti and those coaches, but you got to get people in there who are probably under-recruited, like the Diego Pavias, who that's the only place he was recruited to was Vanderbilt. To get guys like that to come to you and then perform the way you need to perform to compete with all the other teams of the world, the Alabamas and the Georgias and all of them. But those two I think were Pavia and Mendoza were the two we were thinking of. I love Haynes King though. I hate playing against him. It's miserable.
Can't stop him.
It's miserable. Can't stop him on the ground, but he can also throw, which is he's a pretty dynamic guy. I think it's a fun trend. This is again part of the NIL movement that I like, and I don't know that it's even NIL, but it's getting people to go to schools because you're convincing them like, hey, we have a chance to win here. Who would have thought that? Georgia Tech football, Indiana football. Now, at least, not now. So it's.
And I would argue it's a benefit of the transfer portal, right? Guys are able to play right away somewhere.
They're not
so
staying.
You're not staying thinking, well, I don't want to have to sit out for a year. I'm going to wait for my turn, which is a great lesson in life to wait for your turn, to be patient.
But now it's benefiting and that's the thing I like. It's benefiting other programs, and I love that about this.
Quickly, Dodgers dispatched the Reds pretty easily, 5 home runs as a team in game 1. Ohtani with a couple of them, Teoscar Hernandez with a couple of them. Should they be the favorites in Vegas to win the World Series?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Snell, Yamamoto, Freddie Freeman, the works. Shohei? Oh, yeah. Shohei.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching O&M.